Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Jella and I'll be sharing here the entire K1 visa journey of my fiancé who is from the Philippines. So I am the petitioner. I am also a Filipino but with a dual citizenship of Filipino-American, and that's how I was able to petition him through the K1 visa. So me and my fiancé thought that we should share how we did our petition, the timeline, the cost, and the paperwork we did. We hope this will help those who wants to bring their Filipino fiancé here in the US without spending an additional of $2,000 to $4,000 for a lawyer or an agency. The process can be overwhelming because of the amount of details involved, but I will try to simplify it for you and arrange it from start to finish. I will be covering from when we filed the Form I-129F petition to his departure to the US. We did ours last year of 2024, but I have included the new changes and the new prices for this year. First thing me and my fiancé did was to see if we were eligible to do the petition. So here's the list of all the eligibility required by the USCIS for those who want to file the Form I-129F or the petition for foreign fiancé. First, petitioner must be a US citizen. Second, both are legally free to marry. Petitioner must meet certain income requirements. The sponsor must prove an income equal to or above 125% of the poverty guidelines for a household size. Both intend to marry within 90 days of the foreign fiancé's arrival in the US. Met in person at least once within the 2 years before filing the petition. Proof of the legitimacy of the relationship. Gladly, both of us were eligible. So on January 12, 2024, I sent my Form I-129F packet or the petition of fiancé to the USCIS. That is the first step of K1 visa. The petitioner must fill up the Form I-129F and submit it along with all the supporting documents. Since this video alone will be taking a lot of time, I will be making a separate video just about the Form I-129F packet on how to fill out the form, assemble the packet so I can go through the details. For now, I'll just go through the list of everything I included in my Form I-129F packet. First, a filing fee check. As of today's date, filing fee is $675. Next is the Form G1145. This is a form to receive a text from USCIS that they received your packet. Third, a completed Form I-129F. Always use the latest edition and download it from their website. Fourth, I-129F supplement for page 8, part 2, item 54. This is just where I put our summary of their love story. My US birth certificate, his PSA birth certificate, 2 passport-size photos of each of us. Each of us made a letter of intent to marry within 90 days with our signature. Our proof of meeting in person within the last 2 years of filing the petition. So I went back to the Philippines on December 2023. I submitted the photos of my plane tickets and passport stamp. Lastly, you have to submit the proof of your ongoing relationship. I submitted our video call photos, call logs, chats, photos of us together, engagement photos, and remittances. After assembling our packet, we sent ours through the post office to this USCIS address, P.O. Box 660151, Dallas, Texas 75266-0151. After a week from sending our packet, we received a text from USCIS on January 19, 2024 that they received our packet and we got our NOAA 1 in the mail by January 26. Note that you can only file this petition through mail and not online. NOAA 1 is a letter of receipt from USCIS stating that they have received your petition and that they have begun processing your case. This letter also contains a receipt number that you can use to check the status of your case online by creating your account on this website. After just about 4 months of waiting, our petition got approved on May 2, 2024 with no RFE. So RFE stands for Request for Evidence. It is when USCIS asks for additional documents from you or if there is incorrect information in the form. This may cause a delay in the approval of your petition. So as much as possible, complete all the documents that you are sending to them in the beginning. Make sure you fill out the form properly. Once they approve your petition, they will update it online and also mail you a letter called the NOAA 2. In this letter, you will find again your receipt number and the alien registration number of your beneficiary. Also, this letter indicates that they have approved your petition and have forwarded your case to the Department of State National Visa Center. NVC is in charge in creating your case number. It states here that it can take 2 to 4 weeks for them to complete the process. So wait for a minimum of 30 days to wait for the NVC to contact you. And after that, you can try to call the NVC if you haven't received any update from them. On June 4, 2024, almost 1 month after the approval, I finally received an email from the NVC that they had created our case number and that they're going to forward our case to the US Embassy in Manila, Philippines. I'd like to emphasize that we did not receive any physical letter from the NVC. They only contacted us via email. The email had an attached letter in Word format named K1FTP. This is where you will find your case number and the address of the US Embassy that you have to go to for your visa interview. The letter also contains the website link on how to apply for the K1 visa. You can check the status of your case at SIAC or Consular Electronic Application Center. This is where you will see if your case is in transit to the embassy or ready in the embassy for an interview. The next step is to submit DS-160. The Filipino fiancé must complete and submit a DS-160 form on SIAC. Note that this can only be done online. Do not forget to print the confirmation page that contains the barcode. You have to bring this in your visa interview at the embassy. After my fiancé submitted the DS-160, he created his account here. This is where you will pay for the MRV fee or visa processing fee, register your visa delivery, schedule an appointment for VAC, and get a visa interview appointment in the US Embassy in Manila. Just last year, in September, they introduced the Visa Application Center or VAC, a biometric and photo appointment which is required to be done before the visa interview in the embassy. Note, failure to schedule your VAC appointment before your embassy appointment will result in the cancellation of your visa interview. It is located at a different place in Parcal Building 8, Level 3, Diosdado Macapagal, Boulevard Tambo, Parañaque, Metro Manila. Bring your VAC appointment letter, interview appointment notification, DS-160 confirmation, and valid passport at the time of your VAC appointment. Luckily, my fiancé was not affected by this because we were able to book his appointment before the change took effect. He made it to the cut, so he was not asked to go through the VAC. The visa processing fee or the MRV fee is $265, and you can pay this through cash payment at any Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation RCBC branch. The peso amount is based on the consular currency exchange rate determined by the U.S. Department of State. Then after we paid for his MRV fee, we tried to get him his visa interview appointment. Note that the demand of appointments for visa interviews is very high. You might have to wait for a month or longer before you can get one. For my fiancé's case, the date we got for him was August 21, 2024. That is more like 2 months apart from submitting the DS-160. Next step is for the fiancé to attend a medical exam. Once you have your visa interview ready, you can then schedule your medical exam at St. Luke's Medical Center Extension Clinic. Get an appointment online on their website at this link. My fiancé's medical exam was on August 13, 2024, just 1 week before his interview. We paid 18,600 pesos, but now the price has gone up to 28,650 pesos. You can pay this in advance or online through the website or cash on the day of the exam. We paid ours cash. These are the medical requirements that my fiancé brought to his medical. First, his visa interview appointment letter, his medical examination appointment confirmation email from SLEC, his valid passport and 1 photocopy, the letter from NVC, 3 recently taken passport of him, DS-160 confirmation page, and his original COVID-19 vaccination. If you have a copy of your immunization records or vaccine records or old chest x-ray films taken at least 3 months ago, bring them with you. Unfortunately, after my fiance's x-ray, he was asked to undergo a sputum test. So his interview in the embassy also got rescheduled to October 21. My fiance is really healthy and we never expected that he will have irregularities in his chest, but it happened. So a piece of advice, be extra prepared for the medical exam. The sputum result came out after 2 months. Thankfully, on October 15, 2024, his sputum test came out negative, so he was able to go to the visa interview on the 21st. So next step is for the fiancé to attend the interview. No need for the petitioner to be there. This is everything he brought to the embassy for the interview. First is his visa interview appointment letter, MRV fee receipt, letter from the NVC, NOA-2 from USCIS, Philippine passport, Form DS-160 confirmation page, his PSA birth certificate, PSA SIN number for both of us since I am a dual citizen, so I am obliged to submit a PSA SIN number too. His medical exam result, the sealed envelope unopened, evidence of my financial support to him, that is the Form I-134 or the Affidavit of Support, 2 2x2 photos of him, proof of our ongoing relationship, video call photos, call logs, chats, photos of us together, engagement, and remittances. So during the interview, he was just asked about basic questions like how we met, where we met, when we met, what's our plan, when are we gonna be married, what's my full name, where I am in the US, where do I work in the US, and etc. Thank God his interview went by fast and smoothly. The guy who interviewed him was very nice and easy. He passed the interview. In the interview, they will take your passport and return it with your visa when you get approved. You can check the status in the same link at SIAC. Once it appears as case issued, it means you're approved and they are sending the visa to you. My fiancé visa was issued on October 28, just a week after the interview. LBC Commercial Courier is the authorized courier service provider for the visa units. Visas are delivered directly to the applicant's designated address. Applicants also have the option to pick up the visas at the VAC. My fiancé chose delivery to his house where he lived in Mindanao, which took another week to receive. On November 4, 2024, visa was finally on hand and then I booked his flight to the US. Note, in the LBC package, you will receive a sealed envelope. Remember, do not open it. You will give it to the CBP officer in your port of entry to the US. Just cut a little on the edge of the plastic to get your passport out and seal it again, but do not open the sealed envelope. Final step, attend the CFO PDO Seminar. CFO, or the Commission of Filipino Overseas, conducts PDOS, or the Pre-Departure Orientation Seminars that is mandatory for all Filipino immigrants before leaving the country. The program lasts for 6 to 8 hours. They have it in these places in Manila, Cebu, Davao, or Baguio. My fiancé attended in Cebu City on November 12, 2024. This is the list of documents he brought with him in the seminar. First is the barcoded confirmation form of the appointment. Second is a 30 pesos cash for the documentary stamp tax, his valid original passport, 2 valid IDs, a driver's license and a national ID, a copy of my passport, our PSA SIN number, his NBI clearance, and the evidence of our relationship. So after you're done with the PDOS, you are now all set to come to the US. You can choose to book your flight after receiving the visa when you are confident enough that you are not going to be held back by the CFO, or you can book after all the CFO PDOS if you want to be very sure. It really depends on you. My fiancé departed to the US on November 14, 2024. That's it for this video, guys. I hope this gave you the whole picture of the process to getting your fiancé here in the US. But actually, the process doesn't end in the departure. After your fiancé arrives here in the US, there will be another set of procedures to do, which I will share in the next videos. So do not forget to like and subscribe to get notified. If you have questions, just comment down and we will try to answer them. Thank you guys for watching.